Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 1 of Ajin. And Ajin was one of the most hyped up anime for the winter 2016 season. And now that it's finally here, I can see where the hype is coming from. And before I continue on with this review, I need to know, manga readers, what did you think of the adaptation? I'm not a manga reader. I'm just curious since I know a lot of manga readers are really hyped up for this, but then some of them felt really disappointed because of the animation. So I just gotta know, manga readers, what did you think of this first episode? Alright, so with this episode, I had to do a little research before I could continue it because I noticed within the first minute, I noticed that the subtitles were fan subs. So then I was all like, oh no, Netflix has licensed this, hasn't it? So then I went on Wikipedia and I checked, yes, Netflix has licensed Ajin, so therefore we're gonna have to be relying on fan subs. Now, I am happy that at least we are getting translations, and how sometimes when people go with fan subs, it usually takes a lot longer than this. And I believe this came out yesterday, but only got subtitled earlier this morning. So still, that's a lot better than other anime that I have seen where we had to rely on fan subs. However, the fan subs can be tricky to follow, for there was a lot of grammar issues, and like I said, I'm very grateful that we are getting translations this quickly. I'm still very grateful for that. It's just that with so many grammar errors, I feel like that what if some important information within the anime gets mistranslated, and I really don't want that. So I hope I have a lot of manga readers watching this review because I may need some help just in case, or if you guys could clarify anything like that, say if there was some terms mentioned in the episode that they totally butchered with the translation. So I'm gonna need your help, manga readers. I'm gonna need your help. So if you're the type of person who does not want to be left in the dark when it comes to a new anime season, then do not sleep on Ajin, okay? It's definitely going to be one of those big anime of the season. And I really enjoyed this first episode. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask me about how I felt about the CGI. Well, if you're watching my top 10 video about my top 10 upcoming winter 2016 anime, and when I mentioned Ajin, I was excited for Ajin. I was just afraid that the CGI was going to make me not take it seriously, because I know this is a seinen horror mystery like manga anime, so I was afraid that the CGI would make it seem silly. I like the art style. Character designs are cool and everything. It's the colors are very dark and toned down. I really like that. And I thought the facial expressions were fine, except for a couple of scenes here and there. I thought they looked a little odd. But the only thing that I have a problem with is the movements, because they're not very fluid. That's the only thing. But other than that, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. You shouldn't drop it just because of the CGI. If there's one thing I learned from watching Ping Pong the animation, is that you should not judge an anime by its animation. Alright, now let's get down to what happened in the episode. So we have our main character, Kei, and he finds out that he is an Ajin, and Ajins are these beings who are immortal. But what was really interesting that I caught was that I think they have more powers than just being immortal, because when Kei found out that he was an Ajin after being hit by a truck, he did the scream and it paralyzed the guy. So I'm just so like, whoa, I think these guys have more stuff than just being immortal. So that'll be pretty interesting to see maybe if Ajin, they have one specific power to them besides being immortal. Like in Kei's case, his is like a paralyzing scream, and if we meet another Ajin in the future, then that Ajin has some sort of other power unique to them. I do not know. And it seems, it's hinted that the Ajin get their power from some sort of spirit or some sort of alien. It looks like it's all wrapped up or something, but it's still hollow. It's odd and strange to explain, but Kei encountered this being when he was a little kid, and it may be because of that thing. That's how he became an Ajin. And there's only about, I believe they said 46 that have been known of Ajin. And they've been discovered 17 years ago, first spot over in Africa. And, you know, obviously people are going to take them, do experiments and things like that. And we meet Kei's old childhood friend, Kai. And the mom, Kei's mom didn't want him to be friends with Kai because I guess Kai is a little bit of a, I don't know, delinquent, a hooligan or something like that. And the mom wanted Kei to be a doctor, for him to study to become a doctor. So that's why she had to make sure their ties were broken. But it seems like they still tried to communicate. And then you had Kai come straight over to the rescue for Kei. So that was really cool. I like this guy. I'm liking our characters. I was afraid from the trailer, it looked like that our main character was going to be extremely generic. But I don't think that anymore. I think he's a little interesting, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes on, because this is going to be one heck of an adventure. I'm really excited. I'm very, very excited. Are you? Catch later as I review Durara Ketsu Haikyuu Season 2 and Utawareru Mono Itsuwari no Kamen. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.